So you're most welcome to our new YouTube channel. Please subscribe and also leave a like, that notification bell, so that you're able to get most of our tutorials about livestock farming venture, right from construction, genetics, feeds, and all management aspects to marketing. We deliver you that kind of knowledge. So here we are going to talk about genetics. Genetics is one of the most important aspects in farming, in that it's going to influence so many activities that you're going to do. In that, if you're going to get genetics wrong, let's say you're looking at ruminants, you're looking at piggery, you're looking at poultry. If the genetics aspect is got wrong in the equation, you find that most of these other variables like feeds, management, health, all those aspects are going to be influenced a lot by the genetics of the animals. I'm talking about breed of the animals. Find that some farmers ask me, well, Silver, I need a pig that should be able to give me 100 kilograms. That farmer is asking that kind of a question, 100 kilograms by 24 weeks, 6 months, 100 kilograms by 6 months. So that farmer is asking that kind of a question because he basically knows the cost required for him to take a pig to 24 weeks, which is equivalent to 6 months. In that, it feels like if a pig is taken to 6 months, it's going to make a certain good profit margin, and it's going to incur certain amount in cost of production of producing that pig until it leaves your farm. The same thing happens on let's say broiler farming. You need to have animals that are able to convert what you're feeding them into muscle, into meat, so that you're able to slaughter at the shortest period possible. So here we have an aspect of time, which is 24 weeks. What if I tell you that you're even able to slaughter at 18 to 20 to 22 weeks? So at this point of time, you would have already, if you got 100 kilograms by 18 weeks, that is far much better than someone getting 100 kilograms at 24 weeks. And that's where the aspects of genetics comes in that we are producing same amount of kilograms at the shortest period possible. Now the challenge is, once we're having increasing feed costs, and of course that means that we need to improve our production potential. We need to improve the potential of our animals to convert what you're giving them, but also we need to improve the environment those animals are also living in. So currently in Uganda, our focus is a lot on seeing that we can improve the genetics of the animals, and that's where we are talking about which animals make very good mothers and which animals make good males, so good fathers. So that's why when we're looking at a female, we're looking at an animal that is going to give you quite a number of piglets, and it should be able to take care of its piglets. You don't want a mother that is going to be very aggressive on the piglets. You don't want a mother that is not going to have enough milk to nurse its own piglets. And of course, you don't want a mother that is going to give you very few piglets amidst increasing costs of production. And that's where the aspect of genetics comes in, that you're going to choose a right breed. You're going to take your time choosing the right breed to farm with. So once you have, there are lines in mothers that people usually confuse a lot out there. You find that you have what we call large white. Now I feel because of the name large white, so many farmers confuse this breed with so many other breeds, because when you look at a landrace is also white in color. So that they look at the animal, they feel like the name is large white, meaning the animal is large and white in color. And that actually you cannot really differentiate breeds basing on color. So we have here landrace. Yes, if you're able to access these lines, pure lines, large white pure lines, large white landrace. And there is an aspect in genetics in that if you're going to cross two lines, you're going to share the traits. The offspring that is going to come out is going to be shared traits of large white and landrace. And that's where we come with the aspect of first generation, what we call parent stock. So here we form a parent stock which is called an F1, and which is a cross of large white landrace. And another company can have different crosses. Let's say we are looking at Yorkshire, Dan-bred Yorkshire and landrace. You still come up with a cross which we call an F1. Now, these all animals are white in color, and definitely someone somewhere out there will be telling you that is selling large white to you, and of which you might be selling let's say an F1 which is also white in color. But now surprisingly, this F1, this generation, this F1, after having this cross of large white landrace, or if not Yorkshire landrace, after crossing that with, let's say, a Duroc, you're still going to get white pigs. So tell me how you're going to differentiate that this is a large white different from this second generation. We call it F2, second line. And usually this generation, we expect it to go for slaughter. So how are you going to differentiate? I mean, is the challenges that we are having in Uganda, where the access to right genetics is still our serious limitation. So you find that accessing these lines of large white landrace is usually, that aspect is easily done by people with huge potential, and they really understand the aspect of breeding business, so that they are able to produce the parent line that farmers that are interested in slaughter, producing for slaughter, are able to access. So a farmer is able to get this parent line, and let's say you've got 10 mothers of F1 generation, 10 mothers, and each mother is giving you averagely 15 piglets. Now 15 piglets times 10 mothers, you have 150 pigs in just one cycle. In one cycle, you have 150 pigs. So that means in 2.5, because a pig produces 2.5 times a year. Because now I'm looking at what is your production in 2 years. If you're having 10 mothers in 2 years time, in a year, in 1 year time, that means you're going to have 150 piglets times 2.5. So if you're not efficient enough, let's say you're doing at 2. So 150 times 2, you have 300 piglets. So 150 times 2.5. Let's say you are efficient, because we have not yet reached there, in that we demand a lot of efficiency in our systems, but it is very good for you to be efficient, in that whatever piglet that comes out has a chance to survive. So you definitely need to drive efficiency, and for you to achieve that, you definitely first have to have the best breed to farm with, and now you prioritize what key areas are going to take your money. So you prioritize structure, breeds, you look at feeding. So you need to prioritize those aspects and see that where are you going to really invest your money to. But don't forget biosecurity aspect. So when you're having when you're efficient, you're producing 150 piglets times 2.5. That's around 375 piglets. So if you're not efficient, you have 300 piglets coming from 10 mothers in 1 year. If you're efficient enough, you're going to have, let's say, close to 375 piglets. If your mothers, this is on average, so there is a high chance that you're going to get above 15 piglets. There is also a chance that you're going to record slightly below 15 piglets. So let's say you have these numbers, and what could be your cost of production? And that is the next video that we can look at in detail. What could be the cost of production per piglet related to this? So leave us a like and leave us a notification. Put the notification bell so that you can not miss this amazing video that is coming up, looking at how much are you going to spend per piglet. Let's say you have 10 mothers and you're producing 375 piglets in a year, close to this. How much are you going to spend in a year? So for those people that are interested in farm plans, you're interested in projections to understand the whole piggery business, whole poultry business, before you're going to risk your money, knowledge is power. So if you're going to, and if you want to understand all those aspects in production before risking your money, you can reach out to us. Our contact is below, and you'll not make mistakes that some of us made when we are actually entering in some of these ventures. Thank you so much.